In these uncertain times, we don't need reminders that life isn't fair. And this morning, we received another cruel lesson. Since retiring a few years ago, Kobe Bryant's connection continued to grow within the city he came to love, one that had no trouble returning that affection. Now he is gone, and to say that we are suffering an incalculable loss only begins to tell the entire story.
He was a superstar, iconic sports legend, and family man. But perhaps most of all, Kobe Bryant was ours, which makes today's devastating news of his death that much more incomprehensible. He might have grown up in Italy and Philadelphia, but once Lakers legend Jerry West traded for the high school phenom, Bryant began an indelible story that would make him not only a Laker for life, but a favorite son for his adopted city, a bond that only strengthened over his amazing 20-year career. Initially, we were introduced to a precocious teenager, one who hit the NBA floor at full speed and never took his foot off the accelerator, fighting and scratching into the starting lineup while displaying a competitive ferocity that garnered immediate comparisons to Michael Jordan. After years of Lakers futility, he took his place next to the game's biggest superstar of that era, Shaquille O'Neal, and under the motivational mandate of Coach Phil Jackson, the trio led the Lakers back to NBA prominence, winning 3 straight championships to start the millennium, cementing an already growing legacy that Bryant would continue to expand once O'Neal left the team in a trade. Bryant picked up a new supporting cast, pushing and molding this second incarnation in his own unique and competitive image. Along the way, the team won 2 more NBA titles to end the decade. Bryant's hardwood accomplishments went well beyond championships and were no less impressive. League MVP in 2008, along with being a 2-time Finals MVP. Add to that 18 All-Star appearances, a pair of league scoring titles, and 2 Olympic gold medals. And that's only at the top of a list that likely would have been even more impressive if serious injuries hadn't slowed him down the last 5 years of his career. And because he was a constant on the court and in our lives, no one was ready when, after 20 years of singular purpose, Bryant chose to walk away, not only as one of the NBA's best ever, but a true career Laker, a pantheon that includes very few. He is also the only member of the team to have 2 numbers retired. As a civilian, he reveled in the expanded time he could indulge in with his young and photogenic family. As a filmmaker and entrepreneur, his brand seemingly grew bigger. By the nature of his endearing aura and his seemingly endless reserve of energy, Bryant brought us along on his continuing journey, an ambassador not only to athletic superiority, but to an inclusive humanity that lately seems all too tenuous. We may never know just how much we've lost, just that we no longer have a man who did it his own way, who became over the years a beacon of goodwill for so many, especially the family that today lost a husband, father, and daughter, both of whom with so much left to do.